Today, I want to share 10 simple things that you can do to create meaningful, positive, lasting change in your life. Face it, we all want a better life. I don't know anybody who doesn't want some kind of improvement. But in order to get that improvement, my guides keep reminding me of this, we can't keep doing things the same way and expect different results. This year is a golden opportunity for all of us to embrace and experience positive transitions and changes in our lives. That's the theme for the year. However, we need to do things differently. Change generally happens in two general ways. We wait for something big that we react to, like getting fired from a job, getting diagnosed with something that's scary and serious sounding, or we consciously make changes to our daily routine. And that's the secret. Small incremental changes to what we do daily rather than waiting for some huge tsunami of a disaster to come our way. And then we've got to do it the difficult way. We've got to clean up, we've got to deal, we've got to cope. Much easier to do things incrementally day by day. Listen, if you want to become a great writer, you don't just practice writing once a month or when you feel like it. You find a way of practicing a little bit every day. So these 10 things are things that you can start doing today to start creating that incremental change and building momentum so that you experience big positive shifts down the road. Okay, number one, think big. My guides are constantly reminding me that I think too small, that I'm asking for too little. The universe is infinite, and you have infinite potential to create. You and I both. So we can think bigger. In fact, our higher selves want us to think bigger. They want us to think in expansive and new creative ways. So think about the kind of life you want. There are different areas of your life that you would like to be better, and think big. And then once you have that vision, making some notes, doing a vision board, whatever you want. Once you have that bigger vision, think bigger still, because there is no limit. And no matter how big we think, our higher selves are always saying, hey, don't you want to do this a little bit better? Wouldn't you like a little bit more joy? Wouldn't you like to be a little bit more fulfilled? So go for it. Think big. Number two, think about why you want something. We all have desires, unfulfilled desires in our lives. The key to bringing about that experience is to really focus on the essence of why you want it. For example, people often say, I want more money. Well, what does that mean? What does that represent? Each of us has a different concept of what more money is going to ultimately give us, because it's not about the money. It's about the freedom, the flexibility, the sense of security. Some people want to travel the world. People want to pay off debt. Some people just want a safety net in the bank account. We all have different concepts of what we want. So it's not enough to say, wow, I'd love to have more money. I'd love to win the lottery. That's not enough clarity. Give the universe something to work with. And that something is the essence of why you want something. And focus on that. Okay, number three. If you've watched me for a while, this is a big one. Practice breathing. Most of us breathe so shallowly. Is that a word? Most of us don't breathe deeply throughout the day. And it's good to start bringing this into your daily habit. I like heart-focused breathing. It's something simple you can do throughout the day. You just bring your awareness to the area of your heart. And just imagine now that you're breathing in and out of your heart a little slower and deeper than usual. Don't have to go off into a room. You don't have to make a big deal of it. And within 30 seconds to a minute, you will experience a shift in how you feel, how you're thinking, your emotional state. You'll notice a shift. It doesn't take long, but there's a huge benefit in doing this as just part of your daily life. It helps keep your vibration high, helps keep your connection to your higher self, helps you think more clearly. Super powerful stuff. So that's just one method, but the simpler the better. Practice breathing. Number four, practice meditating. A wise master once said, David, I'm going to give you the top 3 ways that you can bring about everything that you want in this life. Meditate, meditate, meditate. That was his prescription for getting everything you want out of this human life. And I have not found anything that's more effective and powerful than a daily practice of simple meditation. The simpler, the better. The earlier in the day you can do it, the better. Because once you start thinking about everything from yesterday or everything that you need to do today, or you check your social media or email, your ego, your mental state is off to the races. Do it early in the day. Create that space, because as you develop a practice of daily meditation, you start giving your consciousness, your human consciousness, that relaxed feeling where you can receive inspiration, ideas, clarity, guidance. All of that comes when you're in a relaxed state. So don't expect to be getting a bunch of answers during the meditation, but the meditation helps create an environment within you energetically, so that you can receive guidance from the non-physical realms more easily, and things line up for you much more easily. So many more positive coincidences and things lining up for you when you develop a simple daily practice of meditation. 15 minutes. That's all you need, okay? Number 5, this is from the heart. Practice appreciation. When you feel genuine appreciation, that's probably the closest you can come energetically, vibrationally, to the state of your higher self at all times. Your higher self lives in a realm of unconditional love, unconditional acceptance. It's one with Creator Source. It exists beyond the veils and the limitations of human awareness. Your higher self lives in this sea of love. And when you feel appreciation, you start aligning with that vibration, which means you align with the wisdom, experience, and insights, and the bigger picture that your higher self has of you and your life and the world around you. So develop a habit of appreciation. Look for things to appreciate. Small, large, it doesn't matter. It's just that finding things that generate that sincere feeling of appreciation. Go out of your way. Make a habit of not only thinking thoughts of appreciation, but expressing it to people you come across during the day, to that coworker or friend or family member that you really appreciate but maybe haven't said so recently. Develop a practice of appreciation, and you will absolutely transform your life. Number 6, practice believing. The universe delivers what you expect. It matches your belief. Remember, you are the sole creator of your reality, of your human experience. And the universe is perfectly designed to give you what you expect, which means matching your beliefs. So if you believe that it's tough to make money, if you believe it's difficult, that marriages and relationships are difficult, the universe will happily comply with your beliefs and give you experiences that will support your beliefs. So here's the cool thing. Practice believing things that you want to believe, that feel good to you. All those beliefs that don't serve you, don't feel good, they're just thoughts. Throw them out. Replace them with something new that feels better, that's more satisfying. Practice believing what you want to believe is true. The more positive and expansive, the better. Okay, the next 2 are a couple of don'ts, and these are the only don'ts in the list, but they're important. Number 7, stop complaining. There is no benefit to complaining in your thoughts, definitely not out loud, definitely not in writing, okay? There is no benefit to complaint, because you are a magnetic being, and as you broadcast the vibration of dissatisfaction and complaint, then the universe will match that vibration and happily deliver more for you to be dissatisfied and complain about. So just catch yourself. It takes a while to break the habit, but once you break the habit, you will start feeling so much better day to day, because you're not caught in that cycle of, oh, this didn't go right, so I'm going to complain about how long it took to go to work, or how long I had to stand in line, or how rude this customer service person was to me. Don't give any energy to that, because there is zero benefit and a bunch of downside to complaining. So just make that part of your daily awareness. It's like, oh, I'm not going to complain about that. I'm going to think about something else. Number 8 is related, a little bit different. Stop criticizing. Everybody expects you to have an opinion. You don't need to have a strong opinion about it. You don't need to share your opinion. You certainly don't need to criticize other people, the state of the world, because again, there's no benefit in creating that vibration, of emanating that broadcast out to the universe. And most importantly, stop being critical of yourself. I've said this before. Self-criticism is probably the most toxic energy that you can expose yourself to. You know, aside from walking bare naked into a nuclear reactor and getting radiation poisoning, self-criticism is toxic. It's probably the worst thing. I would hazard to say that the vast majority of unhappiness across this planet in every culture, every society is self-criticism. Putting yourself down, not feeling worthy, there's no benefit in that. Zero. And take it from somebody who has spent best part of his adult life being, or maybe my entire life being self-critical. There's only downside. Nothing good comes from it. Okay? So let go of that. Stop criticizing in all ways. Number 9, listen to your heart. Sounds simple, but it's a daily habit, daily practice that most of us don't embrace. But your heart is a direct connection to your higher self and that higher wisdom that you've gathered over multiple lifetimes. Your heart is a direct connection to your truth and to your innermost wisdom and that universe of love that only wants the best for you. So practice listening to your heart. Do a little breathing like we talked about a few minutes ago. Feel more centered and relaxed. It doesn't take more than 30 seconds or a minute. And then just ask your heart, what's the best next step for me? What do you think about this? Practice listening to your heart, because your heart knows what you want, knows what's best for you. It's your best friend just waiting there for you to ask for support and guidance. So that's another good thing you can do day in and day out, is just practice asking your heart when something's not clear to you. And number 10, probably my favorite in the list, is trust. Practice trusting the universe. Practice trusting the wisdom of your higher self. Practice trusting the process of life, and that the universe knows exactly what you want and is guiding you toward all of those things. It's only in the veiled human world that we feel separated and we feel like we're not heard or understood or we're not loved, but it's just that veil of ego over our consciousness. On the other side of that veil, where our higher selves exist, where guides, goddesses, councils of light, wise, ascended beings exist, it's just love, understanding, awareness, cooperation. Learn to trust that things are working out for you. Things are always working out for you. Same wise master that taught me about meditation used to say, the shortest distance between where you are in your life and where you want to be is trust. Trust is the shortest distance. So I invite you to develop a habit of trust. Just, again, a shift in the way you think daily, a little bit at a time. You're not going to get perfect, but just practice trusting, and your life will start becoming smoother, easier. More of what you want will start flowing into your experience. So I know this is a long list of 10 things. If 10 is too much, if it seems overwhelming, pick 5. Just start experimenting with those. And if 5 feels like too much, pick 1. Pick 1 today and say, okay, I'm going to pick 1. I'm going to just do my best to think about this today. Try this today. And then tomorrow I'll try it again. Try to get a little bit better. Don't judge yourself. We're creating incremental changes to our daily routines so that we can create lasting, meaningful change in our lives in the long run. And when I say long run, it doesn't take long. Any of these things that you can start applying to your daily routine, just the way you think about things a little bit differently, it starts to have a cumulative effect. You build momentum, and that's positive momentum, leading you to really positive change. So what do you think about this list? Does anything resonate with you? Are you practicing some of these already? What's your experience? I'd love to hear your comments. So feel free to let me know either what you've been using or after watching this video what you plan to use. I'm David. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I send you my love and light from Lemuria. Aloha.